All right, so if the name Alfred E. Newman or the phrase, "What, me worry?" means anything to you, then you undoubtedly have been a fan of Mad Magazine.
Nick Meglin, former editor of Mad Magazine, is here to discuss the book Inside Mad. So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about the new book. What can fans expect?
Well, if you flush it out of your bathroom, like you're a kid, you can find all Mad material. That's where we get it from.
See, that's how your brain works. You're constantly thinking about stuff like this, aren't you?
Can't stop it. It's bad. We laughed at the wrong places in movies. They throw us out of movies because everyone else is crying and we're laughing because we know the jokes we're going to hit with that theme and whatever.
That's a special mind. So I'm such a geek. I mean, I remember back in the days, my friends and I, we would go to stores or flea markets and it was the greatest thing in the world to get a Mad magazine, and we would pass them around. And I have a couple geeky fan questions for you really quickly.
Sure.
Did you ever secretly root for the white spy or the black spy more than the other one?
No, because we were a black and white magazine, no color, we had to have a black spy and a white spy to contrast, and it hit us that could be politically incorrect if one wins over another.
All the time,
so every issue we had 2 episodes, and the black spy would win the first one, or vice versa, and the other one would win the other. So, always even out.
But as a kid, like, my brain didn't even think about that stuff. I just saw, good and bad, or and the black spy always seemed to be more cunning. But you kind of rooted for the white spy. I don't know. Also,
you read into that, Mike.
I probably did. I'm just geeking out right now. So let's talk about the fold-in. How long did it take to come up with the fold-ins? At the end of the magazine, you guys had these.
Well, because we were a cheap 25-cent magazine when we started, black and white, we couldn't afford to fold out like Playboy.
Right.
So we had to fold in, which was a very unique thing. Al Jaffe is a genius. It's really formed 2 pictures at once, and he comes up with the answer first, the gag and the answer. Then he paints around it so that it becomes a different picture that you're looking at, and you can't see the picture that it becomes when it's folded in. It's a very unique thing.
I found it really interesting that you live right here in our area, in Durham. What brought you here?
Well, many things. You guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll take that.
Mike Krzyzewski, I like what he's doing with Duke.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, you're trying to get tickets to the game.
You got a guess? My daughter works at Duke University Medical Center. She's a psychological social worker, a shrink. And as a matter of fact, she never even finished high school. When they found out who her father was, they gave her all the documentation she needed. Boom. If they can survive that kind of childhood. But I fell in love with the area down here. The Triangle had all the good things that New York had, but not the same prices. And I had a parking space when you go to places. It was great. I love it down here. I've been here 8 years now, and very happy here.
And Judd Apatow is involved in the book.
In the new book, Inside Mad, yes, he is one. But this is a very unique book in that all my life, with the artists I've known, the writers, songwriters, musicians, composers, they're always amazed by what gets popular and what doesn't. You'll talk to even a recording group today, and they'll say, "Why did that one become a hit? My favorite song, nobody played, nobody." This is a book of mad favorites. We asked all the writers, all the artists, and all the celebrities, which was their famous, their favorite things.
And you can find it in the book.
And it's in this book.
Well, you will be discussing Mad's new book, Inside Mad, and be part of a question and answer session at Barnes & Noble tonight, 7 p.m. at the Cary Commons. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Up
you.
next on My Carolina Today, why yoga is a great outlet for busy moms who need to take a little time out for themselves.
And you can also find us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. All you have to do is search My Carolina Today.